can I ask some pre-questions?
Yeah.
Like amputated limbs for something, or like the surgery of doing that.
Okay. 1, I have no idea. And 2, I cannot believe that was your first question.
Nobody's listening, right? Hi, Andy.
Hello.
Oh, so excited to talk to you for an hour so no one were listening. I feel like we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
Why?
There's a distance growing.
No, don't even joke about that because last week I was a little grumpy.
I don't even think so.
I don't even think so.
No.
All's well. Let's just say we're just busy.
Whew.
Actually got lots of exciting podcast stuff coming down the pike.
We do.
We'll speak more to that next week's episode.
Next week.
But, well, is anyone listening still?
Yes, this is fun. This is from YouTube.
I thought you were going to say from you.
No, Arnav said, guys, I'm sorry, I have to confess, I listened. You guys showed up on my YouTube feed. The cute cat, presumably named Lucky Ducky, made me click.
Hey, Ducky's already delivering.
Yeah,
we really
Lucky.
got him for content.
We really did. And then I have one more review because I like this one. It's on Apple and it was from Makes Me Giggle. And the review was Makes Me Laugh.
Hey!
I'll take it.
I love
We'll
that.
take it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Ducky, I have a huge announcement and both kids have been dying to talk to you about it.
Okay, well, before you dive into that, let's just say Ducky appreciates all the love that he got last week. He's not letting it go to his head, though. He's pretty chill about all of it, but he thanks you.
Does he?
Yeah.
You know, he kind of does talk.
I think
he says his name.
I know. I think we might end up in a situation with a talking cat, and that's pretty fucking awesome.
Do we have a hit on our hands?
We might. We might.
But he has the cutest meow, and he says Ducky, and he says thank you.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
We got to get it on camera, obviously.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah. I have a whole rollout, a whole plan. It's like a 5-year thing. Yeah.
Okay, so the kids have been dying for me to tell you this because they've been wanting to talk to you about it, and I've done the thing that happens in our family where I'm like, you can't tell them until I speak about it, which is very annoying for them.
It is actually really, they hate it.
It's like, this is what's putting this food, these Uncrustables in your lunch boxes, kids. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ducky, we have discussed how he's a polydactyl cat. Mm-hmm. He has 6 toes.
Yeah.
He has 7.
He's got 7 toes on both front paws?
So first things first, front paws. Each front paw has 7 toes because I was checking out his nails that I need to clip.
Yeah.
And I was counting all the nails and the toe pads. And there are 7 nails and 7 pads.
And this little piggy, who the fuck is this little piggy?
This little piggy went to the market. Oh my gosh. Teddy,
we got to make a new thing. Yeah.
Okay. Then on top of that.
Yeah.
One of his back paws is just a normie.
And that's okay.
Well, it's a little disappointing. No, but you know what? It's unique on him because it is normal.
Yeah, and if you didn't have one normal, how would the others stand out so much?
Exactly.
He needs to know.
It's
he's
a rego.
special.
That's in when they do like clinical trials, they have a
Control.
Mm-hmm. So he has one control paw. Mm-hmm. His other back paw, it seems like a control paw as well. Mm-hmm. But then you go up a few inches, and there is the tiniest nail and paw pad.
Oh.
The paw pad looks like... This is where we start to get into the genetics, like the genetic variants that went a little off kilter.
Yeah.
But you go up his leg and there's this tiny nail.
A little extra.
And then there's the paw pad that looks like a mole, but it's there with the nail.
Wow. I think I knew someone in high school that had a similar situation.
Are you serious?
Kind of. Not really.
Wait,
Let's move
who?
on. No.
Was there like a finger on its calf or something?
Move on.
No, you tell me.
Move on. I just knew someone that had like a little extra something.
What, nip?
No. Like, we're talking about little extra fingers and stuff right now.
Oh, sure. People are born all the time with little extras.
And if we've said it once, we'll say it again. We're fine with that.
I wonder, actually. Wait, Andy. I wonder if actually... Okay, you know how we talked about, like, your Reddit is populated with poise ads and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I recently went down, like, a 15-minute wormhole reading about this girl who was, like, a freak circus performer. And, I mean...
Is freak the right word that you want to use here?
Well, no.
A circus performer?
But... she was marketed in the kind of freak show thing. So, you know, Barnum and Bailey? Mm-hmm. Turns out Barnum was a real bad person.
Okay.
Really bad.
Okay.
Exploited a lot of people. In her case, like from childhood, because her family was in poverty, basically, she had 4 legs. So she had 2 outside regos and then 2 little legs on the inside. Okay. She also had 2 uteruses and stuff, but...
she wasn't a conjoined twin, though, is what you're saying.
Right. They don't really know what happened. And back then, I don't think they had the science to, like...
Does 2 uteruses mean 2...
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. I don't know, actually. Whatever. It's kind of fucked up that we even know this and are talking about this girl.
Why?
I don't know. Well, that she was kind of forced into this, like, and also it was very hard for her to.
Is this old times?
Yes.
And
sorry.
she's still alive?
No.
Where are you getting this info?
Okay, well, I'm gonna get to them, but can I tell you a little bit more about her?
Yeah. Are we done with the cat?
Kind of. Well, what I wanted to say,
because I think we're about to get into some like actually really dark territory. Because the one thing I wanted to tell you about is oddly related to this, but like. Really dark.
Okay, so her name was Myrtle Corbin. And the reason I brought this up is I got fed this story. And I wonder if it's because, you know, whatever is hearing me talk about, he has extra toes. I'm texting extra toes. And suddenly I'm getting stories about people who obviously had genetic situations.
Extra limbs. Yeah.
Which presumably had toes. So... anyway, she was born in 1868. She died in 1928. She was born with 4 legs, and she had 2 separate pelvises side by side from the waist down. So to answer your question, yes.
2 holes?
Well, a couple more than that.
3 total?
Well, no, I think there were 2 anuses, 2 vaginal openings.
Why do you, like, you seem so confident in that? Why do you think there's 2 butts?
Because
it doesn't say 2 colons.
It does. It says she had 2 separate pelvises. That's all part of your pelvis, side by side from the waist down.
Oh, I feel like I've seen a picture of this.
Okay, this is wild. Now, it was hard for her to walk because, unfortunately, her legs... the 2 outer legs weren't paired in her brain. It was outer and then 1 inner, and outer and 1 inner. And the 2 inners were much smaller legs.
Okay.
They kind of dangled there. They didn't reach all the way down. So she, like, to take a step with your left foot is her left outer leg, but take a step with your right foot and it's like one of her little guys. She couldn't.
Oh, so both outside legs had they both wanted to move at the same time? Like if she was...
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You would need a cane for that.
Both inner legs.
Yeah, or a walker or something like that.
Yeah, that's tricky. She was said to be able to move her inner legs, but they were too weak for walking. And also, can I just say, too small. Anyway, she entered the circuit.
Circus or circuit?
Circuit.
Okay. The circus circuit?
The circus circuit. Okay. And Barnum found her and saw his cash cow and had her, you know, showing all over the place as this freak show. And but later in life, actually, she got back into the game, but on her own terms. And
okay, Jesus Christ. Your face through all of this is insane. Like, I don't know what you like. What do you? Okay, go on.
Well, unfortunately, what a life. You know, she passed, but having had quite a life, and she got pregnant, and they discovered that her external sexual organs was mirrored by a similar. Oh wait, external.
Don't stop. This is not the part that you stop on, okay? Okay, just read it.
At age 18, she got married. She apparently had 4 daughters and a son. Wow. Can you imagine having that many kids and not being able to really walk well?
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say.
Sorry, let's take that out.
No, we're not taking it out. That's a weird thing to say, though.
Of course, there are lots of people who can't walk who have a lot of kids. And of course, I just like hats off.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Whaley wrote up a case about her. So,
get to the external genital part.
Okay. When Corbin became pregnant for the first time, she was looked at by Dr. Lewis Whaley in Alabama. And then she was experiencing pain in her left side, fever, headaches, decreased appetite, and vomiting and terrible stuff. So Whaley wrote up the case for a journal and discovered that the duplication of her external sexual organs was mirrored by a similar duplication internally. So it was in her left uterus that Mrs. B was pregnant. And she replied, "If it had been in my right side, I would come nearer believing that you were correct." From this comment, physicians determined that Corbin preferred intercourse on the right side, and this fact was commented upon on several subsequent reports.
So you can come in the right side and a baby could come out of the left side?
No. It sounds like she just liked to get down. This is so stupid that this isn't her Wikipedia. It's like, this is so interesting. Like, she preferred to have sex on her right side. Who gives a shit?
Are you... Wait a minute. What the fuck? That is by far one of the most interesting things that you've said this whole time.
Why?
That's like... And I don't know if you're reading it right. I was making a joke a second ago, but I think that I was just saying come in the right, come out the left. But I think that's sort of what it was saying.
Okay.
Like she was surprised it was in the left because she likes doing it on the right. Correct? Isn't that what that says there?
Yes.
So this is very interesting. Okay?
That is interesting. There might be some tunnels or something.
Yeah, there's always...
Okay.
There's always tunnels. Okay, this is so crazy because... What I wanted to talk to you about is very related. I was purposefully going to wait till much later in the show, and I actually think we should, because there's going to be like a big warning thing, like for people, like
trigger warning.
Like you really can't listen to what I'm going to talk about if you have kids. And I know some people comment like they're listening with their high school kids, like not even high school, like it's very disturbing.
Okay,
but it is related to this. But I just want to say that, because it will seem crazy when I bring it up later, that I'm acknowledging now. Okay. But
okay.
So I'll make a warning when I'm about to start talking about it.
Great.
So people can decide to jump ship if they need to.
Cool.
If they don't like really dark stuff.
Okay. Really? Am I going to be okay with it?
Yeah.
Great.
All signs point to yes. Considering what you watch on TV every day in the last 10 minutes of this conversation.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, man.
So getting back to Ducky, the cat, 7 on the front times 2, that's 14.
Correct.
The back Rago, how many is that? 5?
5.
So that's 19.
Yeah.
And then what's on the other one?
5.5.
Don't do that. 6, you mean?
6, yeah.
Okay, so what's that? If you're doing the math. I already lost track. 14 plus 9?
25.
No, it's 14 plus 9. 23?
Yeah.
Cool. Some polydactyl cats can have up to 28, I read.
Wow. Well, we're pretty close. No, sorry, you got it wrong. So 14 plus 11.
Oh, you're right. 25. I was doing plus 9 for some reason.
25.
I just want everyone to know I wasn't doing the math wrong. I had wrong numbers in the slots.
Speaking of math, our daughter asked me to look at a math problem she was doing yesterday.
Fuck that shit.
It's like so over my head.
And honestly,
I'm like, I know we're not the first. Math is different now. You know, it's one of those things that you would think would never change, but they're learning it differently.
But who gives a shit about math? I barely ever use math.
Yeah.
You need to know some of the basics.
Cursive.
But now it's like with everything already, you don't really need to do math. And now with AI stuff, like I want them just reading books at school all day long. Read the classics. And be creative. And making stuff.
Hey, by the way, the math skill that I think everyone should learn.
Addition, for sure.
Well, addition and subtraction. I mean,
subtraction's key.
Division.
Division, okay. Multiply, okay.
But, basics is fine. But when we're getting into like more complicated algebra and stuff like that, it's like pull out your phone. Yeah. By that point, you'll be able to look at your phone and think the thing and it'll whatever.
Yeah.
The one thing I do think that is helpful is tipping 20%. How do you do that?
What do you mean?
What's the calculation you do in your mind?
Okay, give me a number of the bill, and I'll tell you exactly.
136.
136. I look at the 136, and I'll take that times 2. So I think $13.6 times 2.
Okay, so you move the decimal over.
Yeah, move the decimal over once.
So that makes it a 10%.
10% and then double it.
Great. That's what I do as well.
How do you do it? How do you think other people do it? Is there another way?
I think most people do it that way, but sometimes you get stuck.
Freaks, right?
Huh?
Circus folk that do it a weird way, right? How did the freaks do their multiplication?
It's really...
But like all the receipts now have it on the receipt. I wonder, this would be a scam. You know how there's those things where like, if I'm just adding a penny to every transaction and you're not noticing it, I'm making a fuck ton of pennies though. Why aren't the restaurants just doing that on the suggested tip thing? No one's going to like keep them accountable.
That's actually kind of a scam that at the restaurant I worked at in New York City was happening unbeknownst to me. It's like all of my coworkers were in on it. And I saw a coworker like years and years later, 10 years later in LA.
Yeah.
And we had coffee and she said something about like how much money everyone had stolen, basically. I mean, yes, that's what it is. And I was like, I had no idea anyone was doing this. Now, I probably wouldn't have back then because I'm a good girl.
You didn't do cocaine back then, which most people in the restaurant business in New York did. You needed to be doing cocaine.
I also don't do it now. I don't know why you said back then. But they would just round up.
Well, that's like at the grocery store when it asks you to round up for a charity. None of that's real. That's just going into their bank account.
No, that's not true, Andy. Stop it. But there are cards that rounds up for you and puts that into a high yield savings account, for example, or like your kids' college funds and stuff like that. That's nifty.
Yeah, penny here, penny there.
Yeah.
Give a penny, take a penny for a cup of coffee. You know, that kind of thing. Wrap your head around it this way.
Okay. Speaking of a cup of coffee, everyone could go support our Patreon right now at patreon.com/nobody's listening right. We have some very, very exciting things that are going to be happening there. There are going to be more offerings and so can't wait for that. So get in on the ground level and join our amazing patrons over there.
Love it. And also, let's shout out this week's sponsor.
Yes, we'd love to give some gratitude to Trainwell.
Yes.
A fitness app specifically tailored to perimenopausal women like yours truly.
Looking at you.
What a dream to have something for us finally. So Trainwell is a fitness app. It pairs you with your perfect trainer, and they truly gear things for women who are going through hormonal changes. I love my trainer, Darian, so much. She's a real-life person. She checks in on me. There's accountability, and she tailor-makes these workouts for me. Now, I've been doing it now for 3 months, and I'm getting so much stronger and leveling up. My grip strength's improving, my waistline is decreasing, and my confidence is soaring. I think I'm so much stronger. For example, this weekend we were moving a bunch of furniture And I feel like I did a lot better with it than I would have in the past. And I felt good in my body and I wasn't like worried about my back and stuff.
That's a huge one, not being worried about like
injury.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, Trainwell is the place to be, especially if you're like me in the perimenopausal stage of life. Go try this app. You get 14 days free with this code, go.trainwell.net/NLR. Now, if you're like me in the perimenopausal phase, I truly implore you to do this. It has been such a game changer for me, and you have nothing to lose. 14 days free at go.trainwell.net/NLR.
That's go.trainwell.net/NLR.
You know what happened on my walk? Something big.
Which walk? This morning walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a person around the neighborhood. Now, on these morning walks, you kind of get to know the people out and about.
Yeah, you do.
A lot of dog owners, you know, your usual fare. There is one person who I have so much respect for because they scare me. And it's a gentleman in his older years who for a long time didn't acknowledge me, which is fine. I mean, lots of people don't. And I don't acknowledge a lot of people. You know, we live in a world where you just kind of go about your business. But
sounds like it hurt, though.
And he has a very specific dog, which is very cool. But it's giving military vibes.
The dog or the man?
All of it, the whole package.
Okay.
And I have seen him correct this dog in a way that I'm like, ugh, I don't really like that. But it makes it all the more meaningful that I have now, I've now crossed over something with him where he now gives whatever version of a smile he can muster.
Okay.
He says hi.
He says hi.
Barely.
Okay.
But yes, we acknowledge each other now without fail.
Okay.
And this reminded me because this morning I saw him the other day. Oh, I don't want to say what kind of vehicle it was, but I was on a walk and I heard a honk. And I look over and there's a very cool, very notable old school style, like convertible vehicle.
And he's in it.
He's in it. And he gave me a big smile and wave.
You saw him in one of his prized possessions.
He honked at me to say hi. And I feel like I've won the lottery. Like, I have gotten through to this man, and we have such a connection. No idea who he is, what his name is.
How old do you think he is?
50s.
Is there a chemistry?
No.
You don't think this was his moment where, like...
It's very friendly, very kind of... I can't say fatherly because I don't think he's that old, but like...
He would tell you what to do.
He would correct me swiftly and with authority.
Okay. But you like all of this.
Well, I didn't like the correction given. It felt extreme.
To the dog, not you.
To the dog. But it did make me go, oh, this is a hard person to win over.
Wow.
I've done it.
You have.
Feels great.
Next, I wonder?
What is next?
He saves you from like something, like a rabid coyote or something.
It is nice knowing that you have people out there. You know, we have a neighbor who I feel you disagree, but I think if he saw us bleeding on the street, he would carefully step over our body and carry on his way. Like,
I think he would in the moment like save us and we'd be like, oh my God, we can't believe he saved us.
No, because I've tried to engage with him in crisis.
What kind of crisis?
There was a fire on our street.
Oh yeah.
That tragically someone died in.
Yep.
It was serious. And all the neighbors were coming out to kind of see, you know, it was like the fire trucks were there. Everything was under control. I mean, sadly, life lost. But it was a come together kind of moment for the community. And I was on his side of the street.
Okay.
And he came out and he was walking down, as were several of us.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, isn't this awful?
And?
He didn't even look at me, like acknowledge me.
How often are you putting energy acknowledging him?
More.
Because
Never.
I have never, since he like iced us in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he gives very icy vibes.
Yeah.
I'm like Mr. Ice to that guy. So I might kind of be a bit part of the problem.
No, you're not. And I gave up trying, which actually I'm proud of myself for, because normally I would see that as a mountain to conquer.
Yeah.
And in
Fuck
that moment actually was when I thought, oh, here we are in a let's come together moment.
Yeah.
And you're not giving me shit.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
You're dead to me.
Well.
Now, if he were bleeding in the street, of course I would give him CPR and,
You'd do CPR?
I would.
Okay. And you're confident in your CPR skills these days?
Yes. They've changed.
Well, that's part of the reason I asked that.
It used to be, I forget what it was. You do like 8 pumps and then breath in, breath out, 8 pumps. Now you do 24 pumps to staying alive. And it's like palm of...
To staying alive?
Yes.
I think do you know staying alive is, if not the first, well, no, it probably wasn't the first, but it is a monumental in the history of recording that it is a drum loop that they recorded and looped. So it's perfect beat.
Okay.
Going over and over.
So it's the perfect beat for CPR.
Was it 120 BPM?
It's 100 to 100 beats per minute. It's what you want for CPR, and that is...
It's 100?
For CPR, you want to do 100 to 120 BPM.
Oh, okay.
And so it's used in training because it's also easy to remember.
alive.
Everyone knows, like...
Well, it's also the lyrics, staying alive. You're trying to keep it. That's more important.
Well...
will you look up what the actual BPM is of staying alive? I want to see if my gut is right, if it's 120.
It's 104 beats per minute.
104?
Yeah.
That's interesting for a disco song.
Is it?
Will you Google what's the typical BPM for a disco song, please?
It's the typical BPM for a disco song.
Maybe that's why it grooves so fucking hard.
115 to 130.
Yeah.
Wow, so it's pretty slow.
That's why it's groovy, I guess.
Yeah, it is so groovy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, well, that's great that you're up to speed. And you're strong, you'd be able to do the chest compressions.
What? Oh, I don't even want to get into this. It's kind of dark and fucked up, but I'm like, I do have limits for like giving CPR.
How so?
The mouth-to-mouth part. I don't think like I would give it to a perfect stranger who, I don't know at all. I don't know what's happened to them. I don't know what situation they're in, if there's blood or something. Like, I can't say now at this stage of my life after a pandemic and everything that I would just do mouth to mouth to anyone who needed it, which is not
Why
good.
Why did you qualify it with pandemic? Because you're worried about COVID?
Not COVID.
Okay, that's what, but I don't understand.
Not just COVID. I think germs all around. And like, I don't know what is, and like blood and bodily fluids and stuff. And sorry, I know you're not like.
Sorry, bye-bye.
I would definitely do chest compressions on anyone.
And does that help?
I don't know. That's a horrible thing to say. I just had this realization, honestly, the other day.
How?
I was driving out. I went to get cat food, and I was driving out, and there was someone on the sidewalk, and like their shoes were off kind of near them, but it looked like someone who probably unhoused, had a rough while. And I thought, oh my God, is that person okay? And I was going to pull over, and I had the thought, am I about to find this person deceased? Because that's the way they looked, the way they were positioned on the sidewalk. It wasn't like someone sleeping. Mm-hmm. It was like in the middle of the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And so I was going to pull over, and then he moved. And I was like, oh, good, thank God. But I thought, this is weird. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do here.
Whoa. So I would always just drive by, no problem with that. But let's say I had
this. That's not true. If you really thought a person might be deceased, you would stop. Or in trouble. I mean, I guess if they're deceased, like their troubles are behind them.
Oh, for sure their troubles are behind them if they're deceased.
Yeah.
But I would never think. Now, I got to be honest, I don't really know how to do CPR. I know we took like a CPR class like for when our kids were little.
Yeah. Oh,
but,
you got to know how to do it, Andy.
But I'm saying, like, if I did come across that person, I'd be on 911 calling. I don't think I would ever attempt to do CPR because I'd be like, I don't know how to do it. Am I going to make it worse? Am I going to kill them? Or
well, that's okay. I don't feel comfortable being like.
So I should just keep driving.
No, I'm actually going to move on from like the sidewalk situation and go to, I don't feel comfortable with you being the other adult in the house I live in.
Okay.
Like your lack of knowledge of CPR mainly affects me.
We have YouTube now.
No.
Or, hey, Alexa, how do I do CPR?
No, Andy,
right?
We need to go over this. And choking stuff, like that's my big fear is the choking stuff.
Choking's huge. I feel like we would figure it out. It's in and up. And both of us know to like throw ourselves on a corner of a table if worse comes to worse, which I think we would do. I feel less worried about that. Oh God, knock on Jesus Christ. I hate the idea of choking. That freaks me out way more than finding a dead person that I can't save.
Okay. But what about your wife who you can't save? What if I need CPR?
I'm calling 911 and they'll talk to me on 911 and probably tell me what to do too.
Okay. Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
You should want, and I'm not going to hold your hand through this.
You just said you would. Go on. Go on.
You should want to know and to learn about CPR, like the YouTube thing. Give that a gander in the next little while here. Add a reminder on your Apple Watch to learn basics of CPR. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm not going to hold your hand through, hey, have you watched something on CPR? But I do want to know that you did it. But
Will you be resentful?
Yes. If I pass away, I will haunt you.
Do you think I could like go to prison now for this recording?
No, for like negligence, I don't think you go to prison.
Can you say something right now just to make sure that doesn't happen?
No. Like, so what I'm saying is,
if for some reason.
No, I'm just saying that should be something you want to do. Similar to with our kids, like I want to know, CPR changes as they grow. When they're little babies, it's like flip-flop.
Totally. Well, I knew that stuff, yeah.
But heaven forbid you're in a situation after this conversation and you can't help me.
I know, that would be bad. I'm so curious how many people are as dialed in as you as the like changing of CPR, the different ways. Now it's staying alive. It used to be this other song.
No, it was always staying alive. Oh. But Andrew, are you going to do that?
Well, you just said you're not going to hold my hand, so let's just see what it is. I need to look it up.
I shouldn't have to. What I'm saying is I shouldn't have to manage your
maybe
education on something to save my life.
Right. That's a burden for you that you don't need to take on.
Well, it just
and I guess it's a burden. It's a burden I don't even have, which I didn't even realize I didn't have it. I didn't know that you were so on top of it.
You should know it for our kids.
Yes.
You will do.
It seems like I should set a reminder like once a year to do a refresher because I feel like I'll forget. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe, yeah.
So we have new babysitters who are adorable and I love, but they're younger than our usual fare.
Why are you bringing this up? Because you're wondering if they know CPR.
I am wondering if they know CPR.
Probably not.
Yeah.
That's, you get what you pay for. They're pretty pricey anyway, so it's just a funny thing.
No, they are wonderful, and you do get what you pay for. In our case, we get 2 for the price of 1 who know their shit.
Honestly, and
also it makes you realize, like, we're not that far off from our kids being able to stay home.
We are so close.
Now, I know in our generation, and I think that things are so crazy right now where, like, women are getting arrested because they let their kids go to a park by themselves when they're like 10 years old or something. I mean,
really?
I feel like society is all messed up. Like kids should have freedom but our kids, our eldest is so responsible and, I think we are very close to that.
Yeah. We're super close. I was actually thinking today, is it time to get an Apple Watch for our son for maybe his birthday? Because I was like, it would be nice for both of them to be able to call us if they ever needed to call us. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking, is it time? It might be,
Yeah.
you know? Okay. Are you ready to pivot to the darkness?
Yes.
Okay.
Because deciding that I wouldn't do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on a sidewalk is not dark enough.
Well, I just want to say, like, what I'm about to share is very dark. It's of an explicit sexual nature, and it is not appropriate for anyone under the age of 18. It just isn't.
Okay, we get it. Kids shouldn't listen.
Okay, and now you're going to think it's like not that big of a deal, and which that's scary about you, but you do watch so many crazy documentaries, so maybe you are numb to this sort of thing. But this, I thought, was wild.
Wild?
And I wanted to tell you because you just like all this really dark stuff.
I don't like it.
Okay. You literally watch it at like lunchtime most days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what the fuck is going on there if you don't like it?
I don't know. And I need to look at that. I mean, I'm not alone in that.
And
obviously, like lots of people consume that sort of thing. I don't know.
Okay, also, since we're here, like what's going on with the Nobody's Listening Right Instagram algorithm? Like, I'm saying what's getting fed to it.
Yeah.
It's always like women, and I hate to even say this, but it is like, it's always these like scary stories of like the woman's out in the woods and thinks a guy's stalking her in the woods. It's like these kind of crazy stories. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's more like self-help. Are we getting different algorithms on our phones?
No, I'm talking about when we're in the Nobody's Listening Right account.
I know. Because what I get when I'm in Nobody's Listening is like self-help. In fact, there was one the other day that I found very helpful.
Which was?
It was like how to like stop anxiety in 3 easy steps or something like that.
Okay. Got it. All right. Anyway, well, let's just keep our eyes on that.
Maybe it's because you would feel anxious if you're getting stalked in the woods. And so you need to know how to stop the anxiety.
Okay. This is what I saw. There is a surgeon in England.
Ew.
His name's Neil.
He
was
kidding.
just sentenced to 2 years and 8 months in prison.
Not long enough.
It doesn't seem like it. After pleading guilty to insurance fraud and possessing extreme pornography.
What's extreme?
Well, we don't need to really get into that. But so this is all driven by a sexual fetish for amputation. Okay? Earlier we were talking about extra limbs. We're about to talk about negative limbs.
There's the correspondence.
So
connecting.
Let me give you more details.
Can I ask some pre-questions?
Yeah.
Like amputated limbs jerking him off or something? Or like or like the surgery of doing that?
Okay. 1, I have no idea. And 2, I cannot believe that was your first question. Honest to God, kind of disturbing. Like, legitimately kind of fucked up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. This is what is a vascular surgeon, by the way, actually? Do you know what that is?
Yes. So your vascular system is all of your blood flow.
So would you be the amputating guy if you're a vascular surgeon?
What are
Maybe because of the blood flow?
Veins are going in and...
Oh, yeah, that's vascular.
Okay, so it's of like veins and
blood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what this guy did.
Okay.
Neil, he intentionally froze his feet with dry ice in 2019.
Okay.
And then he convinced other doctors that he had gotten sepsis, and he did all of this so the other doctors would amputate both of his legs.
Oh, so he likes to be amputated upon.
Well, okay. In this, yes, I guess that's definitely part of it because he had both of his legs amputated.
But wasn't it just his feet?
No, he ended up having his legs.
So he froze. It kept going up and up and up.
I'm not sure of those specific details.
And he got off on that. This is something I don't understand about sexual fetishes. I'm sorry. Maybe.
Okay. Go on. Yeah.
Maybe you have more insight into it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, isn't a sexual fetish the thing that you like get off on?
I think it can be, yeah.
But he's obviously not like ejaculating as someone's doing his surgery. Is the fetish that he's so excited to wake up every morning and see that his legs are gone?
Much more likely, yeah, than the one-time release during the surgery. Yeah. Much more likely
Okay, he
the
likes
latter.
that.
So this is what's kind of wild. Okay, so he's in trouble for the insurance fraud. It's almost like $500,000 in insurance fraud for one. It also is a really bad look because he is a surgeon himself.
Did he not use NHS?
Are you just trying to like throw around like your knowledge of the British health system?
I don't know. I'm
like
feeling very silly.
why like I don't know.
Okay.
But what's kind of even more disturbing of this is he has no regrets. Like publicly, this was such a big, long-held fantasy for him that like no regrets.
Every day's a dream, even in prison.
Like
he's still waking up without legs.
Yeah.
Like
mission accomplished to this guy. Now, they've done a inquiry, or is that the right word?
Inquiry.
Into all of his like his practice and his past patients to see, did he maybe like chop something off that didn't need to be chopped off? Because that was, I think, a big concern. It does not appear so, but
it's just for him.
But patients are coming out being like, "What the? This is fucked." And there's going to be lawsuits, I think.
Someone with that kind of mental health. Can I throw some kind of things out there though that is, I think, somewhat interesting and relevant to this case? And if any lawyers are working on it and need to reach out to me, I'm busy, but I can make some time. If, let's say, someone self-harms.
Okay.
So someone, cuts or whatever they do, and they need medical attention for that.
Yeah.
That does not count as insurance fraud because that's a mental illness that they self-harmed. And that seems very similar here. He obviously is suffering from he can couch it as this is just some wild fantasy I have. But it's clearly mental illness when you're taking something to the degree. I'm like, can he even perform surgery anymore? Probably not. And no one would want him to.
Well, I'm pretty sure that his license got yanked.
Okay.
I think that goes without saying here with the prison sentence and all the fraud and the cutting off legs and extreme pornography. I don't think he has his medical license anymore.
I think, but if I were his defense attorney, and again, feel free to reach out, I would cite all of these other cases of people who have self-harmed due to mental illness, depression, whatever it is, and who have received medical care, as they should, to help them.
I see it. To me, it's hard to do that because he knowingly tried to defraud the insurance by saying, hey guys, hey doctors, look, I have sepsis. Where what he should have done was he should have frozen his legs with the dry ice and then walked in and go, you guys, I've always wanted to have my legs cut off. I fucked up. I did this. What do I do now? I have this crazy thing. And they'd be like, well, fuck, you fucked up. We got to cut your legs off.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. Okay. I forgot about the sepsis part. That is fraud. Convincing someone that there's something there that isn't.
But you're saying that what if now he was crazy that whole time? There might be an argument there. Why are we trying to help this guy?
I don't know. I don't want to help him. But I also think, I'm just thinking if I were his defense attorney, it seems like something. But you do make a good point that people who are self-harming aren't doing it to intentionally then have the medical care done, which is the difference. So I'm kind of undoing my own case here. Now I'm the prosecution.
Great. I like you much more on that side of the room, for sure.
How do you feel about defense attorneys?
I think it's a noble job for sure.
But then you see these people who are, like Harvey Weinstein's defense attorney, these like slick, rich as fuck celebrity ones. And you're like, I kind of hate them and they seem seedy and what they have to do to try to, their obligation is to their client.
Yeah.
And so the root of that, I think, is noble. Like every person deserves a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get into that territory and you're like, oh, you're just an awful, awful person.
Yeah, but there's all shades and colors of those kind. You got everything from public defenders to those horrendous people, then to the like really famous that are helping good people ones. Like there's all different shades.
Yeah. We were just talking about like jury duty because I'm summoned.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be, going and serving and doing my part.
Yeah.
As a United States citizen. But oh, sorry, take that out.
I really don't want to. I'm not taking anything out.
I'm out of it today.
I don't know what is going on with you, but go on. You just wanted to share that you're going to jury duty? It seemed relevant to talking about this.
Because we were then talking about cases we've been on in the past.
Yes. And
the one that I did that was for several weeks, and I made a friend. I'm still in touch with her, and this was probably 15 years ago now. Mm-hmm. That was so fascinating to see the way the judicial process works for someone who's like never been in court, hasn't done much of that stuff. The jury, wanted to side with, it was a civil case between two companies. Mm-hmm. One company had been wronged and the like bigger company was being defended. The little company's suing it. We wanted to side with the little company, but their lawyer was so shitty at his job that he literally like, I wanted to go and like say this because I knew it was there. I knew he could have given us, the jury, what we needed to go, we're awarding this to this little company. But he literally didn't say the stuff that he needed to, even though he could have.
Well, yeah, that's like when I was on jury duty, I'm assuming it's the same for you. When it's time to deliberate, they give you a worksheet.
Yes.
And the judge is very clear. Like, you need to go through each of these things and answer these. Did the defense or the prosecution, whatever, did they prove these things, right, without a shadow of a doubt or whatever it is?
It's not just like, oh, I think they're good or I think they're bad, as I thought before doing that.
No, you answer very specific questions that then determines the ruling, I guess. But yeah, so sometimes if the lawyer kind of botches it.
That's why in some of these high-profile cases, you're like, what? They weren't convicted? And you look at the jury and you're like, what's wrong with you? No. Oftentimes, like, it's out of their control.
Yeah.
But that was interesting.
Well, getting back to the this guy, it reminded me of that movie Crash. Do you remember that huge movie?
Dr. Neil. Crash.
Where it was about the people that kind of fetishized car crashes. Yes. Holly Hunter was in it.
I never watched it, but I remember it.
That really surprises me about you because that came out around the same time as one of your favorite movies, Secretary. Remember?
Yes, yeah.
And I think they, I can't say they like really shared DNA, but they were kind of around the same time and they were both kind of subversive a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just a wild movie. And their thing was like getting off on watching car crashes, which like you don't get that many times to do, which is the same with this amputation. It seems like it is this horrendous fetish because...
Yeah, I just want to say Secretary is not one of my favorite movies anymore.
Okay.
Think these things change and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I actually don't think I realized how subversive it was, which maybe is not.
Well, maybe that's the wrong word.
But
Crash
when I told you
subversive.
At the time it was like one of my favorite movies, I remember, because this is when we were newly dating, you being like, what? Like, whoa. And me being like, is it that weird that's a favorite movie? I guess I didn't really realize what the movie was about, really. Like,
well, did you watch it?
Yeah, many times.
No. Yeah, like 100 fucking times. I didn't know you could burn out a DVD. No, I think it was novel to me because you are this sweet Midwestern girl and you're like, my favorite movie's, Secretary. And it's like, Secretary is
it's
getting dominated.
Charged.
Yeah, and getting,
And he's like, 1/2 scoop of mashed potatoes for peas, and as much ice cream as you want.
Oh my God.
That's exactly right from the...
Of course it is.
Wow, we really...
What are some of your favorite movies then? Quote one other movie. I'd like to see you quote one quote from any movie right now.
Okay, give me a movie that I would know.
No. I'm saying you can quote any movie you want besides Secretary.
Well, now I'm being put on the spot. I mean, okay.
We got plenty of time.
Oh, that there's an RV.
Okay, pretty good.
I could
Christmas
quote
Vacation,
a bunch
great.
of from that.
Okay, that's good. That's
a
good.
hell of a cook.
Okay, that's
Speaking of...
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay. That remains to this day one of my all-time favorites.
Christmas Vacation, much more appropriate. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Okay.
I'm a little spooked by you.
Oh, really?
In the bestest of ways.
Okay. I just feel kind of silly today. I don't know.
Silly. Hey, do you want to hear? Okay, I read this right when I woke up, and it left me infuriating because I felt like it was like about to give me all this info, but it felt like there was no payoff.
Yeah.
And you're a storyteller and a writer. I'm going to read this to you.
Okay.
It was on The Guardian.
Okay.
And it's about boiling wooden spoons. Do you know anything about that?
Boiling wooden spoons.
Okay, don't worry about it then. All right. Never am I so creative as when it comes to finding something to do instead of what I really should be doing. I can relate to that, right? There's nothing like a looming deadline to spark some crackpot ideas, so it was that something I'd read somewhere on the internet came back to me. A tip on cleaning wooden spoons.
Oh.
I'd come across it in the middle of a sleepless night when, contrary to the advice of sleep experts, I'd resorted in desperation to doom scrolling. Being quite attached to my wooden spoons, I resolved to do as suggested, a prospect so soothing that I was soon drifting off thinking happy spoon cleaning thoughts. Honestly, whatever works. So this person's got a little pizzazz here. They're having fun with this, right?
Sure.
Let's shout out Adrian Childs. Okay? They're having fun. So I'm in. I'm hooked. Tell me about these wooden spoons, cleaning them. And now it all came back to me. Stuff the deadline. I'm going to do the spoon stuff straight away. I gathered my entire stock of wooden spoons, 15 in total.
Whoa!
As directed.
We only have 2.
That's true. I put them in my largest pot, filled it with cold water, and watched it come to a pleasing boil.
Ooh.
Now my spoon husbandry is second to none. After each use, I vigorously scrub them before sticking them in the dishwasher. So I was looking forward to giving them a clean bill of health. Oh, they're saying like, hey, listen, I already keep them very clean, but now I'm boiling them.
I didn't think you were supposed to dishwash wooden spoons. Like, we usually just hand wash them.
That's interesting. I think you're onto something there.
Okay.
All right. So I'm looking forward to giving them a clean bill of health. Before long, as the bubbles rose to a boil, some identified bits and pieces began floating to the surface.
Some identified or
unidentified bits.
Thank you.
Disappointing, worrying, intriguing. The instructions were to take the pot off the heat once the water had boiled and come back to it 20 minutes later.
Okay.
Article's almost done. Just giving you a heads up. Invigorated by the excitement of the whole caper, I used the time to get my proper work done and meet the deadline so I could be free to enjoy the great reveal. And my word, was it worth the wait, if not in a good way?
Ew.
The bits and pieces were now many and floating around like plankton, unable to rise or sink. The water itself was a strange and ghastly yellow-green, topped by a foul, greasy film. I peered into the murk, fascinated and repelled. It seemed that at least one molecule of everything I'd ever stirred had come back to haunt me. I fear I'll never feel the same way about my wooden spoons again.
That's it?
That's it!
So, okay, Adrian, like, Did you throw out your spoons?
What was going on? Did you look up what the fuck is the problem?
Were they now cleansed of whatever stuff was lurking in their cracks and crevices?
Yeah. Are they spotless now?
Yeah, fuck off,
What?
Adrian.
What the fuck?
Ugh. Go back to sleep.
That is, what do you call like that? A tease of an art. Like, I'm on the ride. I'm all
Blue
the way there.
balls.
Adrian blue-balled me.
Yes.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's hard to wake up that way.
That's on The Guardian. The Guardian's publishing this crap.
And this person's a good writer. Like, I'm having fun with it. We're having fun.
She missed the day in class where it does story structure.
Well, that's interesting that you're saying it's a woman. Interesting you made that assumption.
I was thinking of Adrian Leeds, who is the real estate agent on House Hunters International. What if she side hustles as
Adrian Childs?
Childs, okay.
Anyways, Adrian, just let us, like, what happened to the spoons?
You know what's funny? I thought it was a man when you were talking about the insomnia. But over the course of the article, for some reason.
But they do say the husbandry part, but that, listen, they could be in a same-sex relationship or even saying my spoon husbandry is second to none. It's just taking my child's. It's not, you're trying to make a leap to Childs, the famous cook or something?
Okay. It looks like he is a man. But Adrian Childs is a woman.
Got it. Great article, Adrian.
Just another like quick tip for if you're having a hard time falling back asleep in the middle of the night, which I have been dealing with lately because a certain 25-toed creature is keeping me up sometimes. I saw this on Instagram, which is my main source of everything now, sadly. Not really.
No, really. For sure, really.
Is close your eyes. Okay, so you have to do it with your eyes closed.
Eyes are closed. I'm trying it right now.
You look up with your eyeballs.
Like eyeballs are actually moving in my face, or I'm looking up like this.
You're going to want to look at me with your eyes open first, and then you can try it if you want.
Okay.
But so while your eyes are closed, you look up, down, left, right, then one circle around to the left to the top, one circle around to the right to the top, and then kind of a gentle cross-eye.
Wait, what was the last part? All around? Then
to the left, all around to the right, and then a gentle cross-eye.
I don't like that at all. And by the way, I saw you for like, I want to say 3 hours because I kept like coming in. You were poking your face, watching these videos, and you're just like, poking my face. Poking my face. What are you doing?
It's facial massage. I was watching the videos on how to like iron out your wrinkles, basically, because
it looks like this.
Can't get Botox. No,
poking
I'm just like
my face.
I'm not
for so long.
You don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, listen, your face looks great.
Thanks,
but I don't know if all this stuff is doing it.
Well, don't worry. I just ordered some Japanese tape. Things are all about to change.
Okay. Let's go to sleep.
Good night.
Good night.